The Nigerian Food Festival was organized by Health of Mother Earth Foundation to celebrate Nigeria's food diversity and culture. So it brought together participants from various parts of the country. We have participants from Katsina, from Benue State, we had some from Enugu State, from Cross River State, from Jos, from Abuja, and of course from different parts of Edo State. And we did have chefs, local food vendors, cooking food on the spot, and we had a variety of Nigerian special dishes. We had banga soup, we had the afang soup, we had of course black soup, and a number of other very wonderful soups and other kinds of foods, of meals like the ukodo, like the ekpan koko, and of course we had ewedu and gbegiri. So it was a whole lot of food, and we also had some of our major street foods prepared here on the spot as well. We had bole and fish, we had abacha, and we had the popular akara, which we enjoyed with bread and with zobo drink, which is a local drink that is very tasty and yummy. So the event did highlight the diversity of our food, the medicinal content, or the medicinal importance of our food, the fact that a lot of our foods are made with herbs and vegetables that are highly medicinal and that support our health, and the fact that food is cultural, food is identity, that people are identified oftentimes by what they eat and by the food that is common in those localities. And so we did, by this food festival, call on the government to ban GMOs in Nigeria, because GMOs do not align with our culture of food. It doesn't align with our identity as a people. It doesn't align with the concept of biodiversity. And so we did call for support. The festival calls for support for local food producers, calls for support for our local seeds, and to preserve the biodiversity we have in Nigeria.
While we're having the festival, Joyce mentioned it, but let me just say that it's so critical for us to have festival of this nature, because it's where this is where we display our culture. We display where we come from. When you hear about Amala, you know where it came from. When you hear Tuwo, you know where it came from. When you hear the Kaikong or Ekpan Kukwa, you know where it came from. When you hear Owo, when you hear starch, and I saw very beautiful starch over there this morning. When you hear starch, you know where it's coming from. This is why maintaining our food variety, our seeds, is so important, because not every kind of cassava tuber will give you the starch that we like. They are genetically engineering some cassava to have far more starch, or to have supposedly more vitamin A to keep us from going blind. But we know that nature has given each region in the world the best food for the people. A food that is good in Nigeria may not be the best for the environment in Norway, because we have different weather and climatic conditions. And so nature knows what is good for each part of the world, each part of our nation, and nature gives us the best that we can ever have.
So the chefs did compete, and eventually we had judges who judged based on their ability to communicate the importance and the local context around the food that they produce, and the presentation of the food, of course the taste of the food and the flavor balance, and also participants, the chefs were also judged based on the overall organization, how they were able to coordinate the cooking, the serving, and everything. And eventually we did come up with a winner. And of course, all the local foods are celebrated, but we needed to highlight the importance of how the food is prepared, how the food is presented, how we are able to understand the value of food, because that's really the overall idea.
And the winner not by knockout, by unanimous decision amongst all the judges, the winner is Chef Urobo.
Wow!
Area. Congratulations, Chef Romo.
I'm really very happy to get this prize. Coming out as the first position today, I'm very proud. I'm proud to be an Urobo. Urobo came out first. Thank God for everything. Home Health Organization. I'm very happy and I'm grateful to you people. Thank you. May God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Yes, so we call on the public consumers to go back to consuming local foods, because these are the foods that actually support our health and not modern day food, because studies have shown that a lot of the non-communicable diseases that we have around today are linked to the food, the kinds of food that we are eating. So it's important that people choose local foods, people choose healthy local foods, choose diversity of food as opposed to just eating a particular kind of meal that do not actually contain enough nutrients.
So something like this is something that I am particularly proud of and proud to be part of, because I genuinely promote Nigerian food, because that is the only way right now that we can still sustain our culture. We no longer wear our clothes. The Indians will never go anywhere and wear any other fabric. They're going to show you that they're Indians. The Chinese are not going to come here and eat ogbono. They might eat it for fun for social media, but their traditional meals every day of their lives are still their traditional Chinese meals. The Indian man, that's why you will find their shops all over. They have supermarkets now where they sell their own ingredients. But we have forgotten our own. Trying other meals is not bad, but forgetting who you are, your identity, or forgetting that this is what connects you to your roots and this is what's best for your body is where we are all missing it. And I'll beg all of us here today, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's go back to enjoying our traditional Nigerian meals.
Talking about GMOs, genetically modified organisms, these are foods that basically have had their genetic material modified for a variety of reasons, but the key reasons are for them to be herbicide tolerant and some to be pest resistant. And this is a problem for our people. At the food festival, participants unanimously rejected GMOs and called for support of the Nigerian food, the African food. And so the reason is because of issues relating to the rights of farmers, the rights of consumers, so what they eat. And when we talk about rights of farmers, this is because with most of the GMOs, the farmers are not encouraged to reuse the seeds because productivity would reduce after the first planting season. So they have to go over and over to the seed corporations, to seed companies to buy these seeds. And this is not sustainable for our farmers, and it doesn't support their rights, to the seeds that they have owned and used over time.
In Abuja, I'm a farmer, pure farmer. I don't have any other work. GMO, not just that it kill our system, but one thing it do is that it destroy the biodiversity, which starts from the soil. Because wherever I plant a GM seed, that soil will never remain the same. So that is why we are saying no. Our fathers were slaves, but the danger today is that if we do not say no to this GMO, we are going to go into secondary slavery by our food system. So we are saying no to GMO.
There are also other implications. Some of the 80% of GMOs, it is said that 80% of GMOs are designed to be herbicide tolerant. And studies have also shown that the use of these herbicide tolerant GMOs have led to a significant increase in the usage of herbicides on the farm. And these herbicides contain a key ingredient called glyphosate that is known as a carcinogen, right? There are thousands of cases in the US, for example, where people have come down with different kinds of cancers because of the use of this product. And the courts in these places, in these cities, have ordered that these people, the companies, Monsanto, which is now called Bayer, have been ordered to pay these people millions of dollars in damages, right? So this is a major problem in terms of people's health when these chemicals are used, and in terms of the environment, because some of them can wash off and contaminate even the drinking water sources and other water bodies. And they also bring about soil degradation, right? Because these chemicals do not only kill the targets, pests, they also destroy beneficial microorganisms. So these are just a few of the implications of GMOs and why people continuously, the Nigerian populace continuously call on the government to ban GMOs. And here we have, of course, highlighted the importance of our local food. And the truth is that Nigeria can feed itself. We have what it takes to feed itself. Farmers say this all the time. Community people say this all the time. The land is there, the water is there, the people are there to do the work. They just need a little more support from the government in terms of access to the land, access to credit, better infrastructure, and in terms of extension service to help our farmers better in doing what they know how to do best. Of course, research shows that 80% of our food comes from the smallholder farmers. So the wise thing to do is to support these smallholder farmers to be able to do more, to ensure that we have enough healthy local foods for consumption. So the focus really should be on our local food. That's the essence of the food festival that we have just finished, and it's to show the beauty of the diversity of our food, and that came out really strongly.
I love Nigerian food. I love African food. My food is Nigerian. My food is African. No to GMOs.